On a quiet evening beneath a tapestry of countless stars, I found myself sitting by a large window, gazing out into the vast darkness that was speckled with shimmering light. It was one of those nights when the silence around me felt almost sacred, a time when every breath and heartbeat seemed to sync with the quiet pulse of the cosmos. In that moment, I began to wonder, could it be that the universe was sending me a message? Was every repeated number, every seemingly coincidental encounter, every evocative dream a deliberate signal, a secret communication from a living, breathing cosmos? I had always thought of the universe as a boundless void, a collection of celestial bodies haphazardly floating in space. But that night, as the cool breeze whispered through the open window and a gentle hum of nocturnal life filled the air, I felt something entirely different. I sensed that the universe was much more than an indifferent expanse. It was a dynamic, intelligent field, a mirror that reflected the inner world of our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. It was as if every thought I harbored, every emotion I felt, was transmitted like a radio frequency into the cosmic ether, and the universe was always ready to respond in kind. I recalled a lecture I had once attended about the law of attraction, a concept that had profoundly reshaped my understanding of life. The lecturer explained that our inner state, what we think, feel, and believe, acts like a broadcast signal that the universe receives and echoes back to us. You attract what you radiate, they had said, and that idea had resonated deeply with me. I began to see my thoughts not as mere mental activities, but as potent energies capable of molding the reality around me. If I filled my mind with visions of abundance and joy, wouldn't the universe return that energy tenfold? And if, on the other hand, I allowed myself to dwell in fear and scarcity, would it not create a reality that echoed those darker sentiments? Eager to test these ideas, I embarked on a personal quest to communicate with the universe. I started with simple practices methods to align my inner frequency with the vibrant energy I believed the cosmos offered. Every morning, I set aside a few precious minutes for meditation. Sitting in a quiet corner of my room, I closed my eyes and focused on my breath, gradually letting the clamor of daily worries melt away into the stillness of the moment. In that silence, I imagined tuning myself to a clear, crisp radio station, one where the static of uncertainty was replaced by the symphony of possibility. Those moments of meditation became my daily ritual, a time to reconnect with the essence of who I was and to listen for the subtle whispers of the universe. But meditation was just the beginning. Soon, I discovered another powerful way to bridge the gap between my inner world and the outer cosmos, writing letters to the universe. I began to pour my thoughts and dreams onto paper, addressing the universe as if it were a trusted friend who held the keys to all my desires. Dear universe, I am grateful for the abundance that surrounds me, I would write, detailing everything from my hopes for a fulfilling career to my longing for deep, meaningful connections with others. Each letter was an act of creation, a tangible way to articulate my intentions and to solidify my belief that my desires were already on their way to me. As I continued this practice, I found that my dreams began to take shape in unexpected ways. Opportunities appeared where I least expected them, and the synchronicities in my life multiplied like a blossoming garden after a long winter. There were moments when the universe's communication was unmistakable. I remember one particular day when, amid the rush of everyday life, I glanced at the clock only to see it read 11:11. It was as if time itself had paused for a heartbeat to send me a reminder. Everything was exactly as it should be. On other occasions, I would have a recurring dream, a vivid, surreal narrative that seemed too symbolic to be mere chance. Each dream carried subtle messages, hints that I was on the right track, or warnings to be cautious of certain paths. At first, I wondered if these were simply coincidences, random fragments of my subconscious mind. But the more I tuned into these signs, the more I began to believe that they were deliberate signals from a universe that was far more responsive than I had ever imagined. Listening to these signals wasn't always easy. In the midst of life's chaos, the noise of daily concerns could drown out the gentle murmurings of intuition. I realized that to truly connect with the universe, I needed to cultivate a deep inner silence, a state where I could hear the soft yet profound guidance that came from within. This inner voice, my intuition, became my trusted guide. It would nudge me gently when I was about to make a decision, urging me to choose one path over another. There were times when that nudge saved me from making a choice that I later regretted, and other times when it led me to opportunities that transformed my life in ways I could never have anticipated. Trusting my intuition was like following a map drawn in the language of the soul, a map that revealed hidden pathways to fulfillment and joy. As I deepened my practice, I began to notice that the language we use to describe our lives plays a crucial role in shaping our reality. I learned that words carry immense power. They are not just reflections of our thoughts, but active agents in creating the world around us. For too long, I had spoken in the language of lack, constantly expressing a desire for more money, more success, more love. But when I shifted my language to one of abundance, speaking as if those qualities were already mine, I found that my reality began to shift. Instead of saying, "I need money," I started saying, "I am living in abundance." Instead of lamenting about failures, I embraced the sentiment, "I am open to learning and growing with every experience." This change in language transformed the energy I radiated, and soon, I noticed that the circumstances in my life started to mirror this newfound positivity. Yet, like any journey worth taking, mine was not without its challenges. There were times when the signals from the universe seemed murky, when my inner voice was drowned out by doubt and fear. I vividly recall a period when I was caught in a storm of uncertainty about my career. Despite my efforts to send out positive signals, I found myself overwhelmed by a persistent sense of inadequacy. Every step I took seemed to lead to yet another setback, and the synchronicities I had once cherished now felt like distant echoes. It was a dark time, and I questioned whether my practices were truly effective or if I was merely chasing a dream that would never come to fruition. In those moments of despair, I realized that the journey of connecting with the universe is not a linear path. It is a process of constant adjustment, a dynamic dance between hope and skepticism, between action and stillness. I began to understand that setbacks were not failures but opportunities for recalibration. They were signals, albeit subtle and sometimes painful, urging me to refine my approach and to align more deeply with my true self. I returned to my meditation with renewed vigor, determined to clear the internal clutter that was clouding my perception. I revisited my letters to the universe, rewriting them with even greater clarity and conviction. And slowly, like the first rays of dawn breaking through the darkness, the universe began to respond once again. Small signs emerged: a chance meeting, an unexpected invitation, a sudden burst of insight that rekindled my belief in the process. Over time, I came to see that the interplay between my inner world and the outer reality was much like a grand cosmic conversation. Every thought, every emotion, every word I uttered was a line in that conversation, a dialogue between my soul and the infinite expanse of the universe. I began to appreciate that this dialogue was not just about manifesting material desires, but about understanding the deeper truths of existence. It was about recognizing that we are not isolated beings adrift in a meaningless void, but integral parts of a vast, interconnected tapestry. The universe is a living, breathing entity that reflects back to us the energy we put forth. And by learning to communicate with it, we unlock the power to transform our lives on every level. My journey with the universe has also led me to a profound realization about the role of action in the process of creation. The universe may be the source of infinite possibilities, but it does not operate as a magical genie that grants wishes without effort. I learned that while it is essential to cultivate a positive inner state and to send out clear, focused signals, it is equally important to take practical steps towards our goals. There were moments when I had to step out of my comfort zone, take risks, and actively pursue opportunities that aligned with my intentions. The balance between trust and action became my guiding principle. I discovered that when I combined unwavering faith in the process with deliberate, inspired action, the results were nothing short of miraculous. Opportunities that I had once deemed impossible began to materialize, each one a testament to the power of aligning thought, emotion, and deed. Reflecting on these experiences, I have come to view my journey as an ongoing dialogue, a continuous story of growth, discovery, and transformation. I now understand that connecting with the universe is not about acquiring some secret power or achieving a one-time breakthrough. It is about embracing a way of life, a way of being that honors the interconnectedness of all things. It is a commitment to living with intention, to speaking words of empowerment, and to acting with courage in the face of uncertainty. Every day, as I step into the world, I carry with me the knowledge that I am a co-creator of my reality. I am not merely a passive recipient of life's circumstances. I am an active participant in the grand cosmic dance. The practices I have developed, meditation, writing letters to the universe, visualization, and positive affirmations, are not mere rituals to be performed mechanically. They are expressions of a deeper truth, that our inner world shapes the outer world. When we truly believe in our own potential and align our energy with the frequency of abundance, we open ourselves to a life of endless possibilities. I have seen how even the smallest shifts in perspective can lead to profound changes. The universe, with all its mystery and wonder, responds to the vibrancy of our inner light, guiding us toward paths that we might never have imagined. As I continue to share my journey on my YouTube channel, Lucid Dream Portal, I invite you to join me in this exploration of the cosmic connection that binds us all. My channel is a space for seekers, a community of individuals who are curious about the mysteries of the mind, the power of intention, and the ways in which we can harness the energy of the universe to create a life of purpose and joy. Through videos, stories, and personal insights, I strive to illuminate the path towards self-discovery and to encourage everyone to embrace their role as co-creators in this magnificent universe. In this ever-changing world, where uncertainty often looms large and the pressures of modern life can leave us feeling fragmented and overwhelmed, reconnecting with the universe offers a powerful antidote. It reminds us that there is a deeper order beneath the surface chaos, a timeless rhythm that flows through every star, every breath, and every heartbeat. When we learn to listen to that rhythm, to trust in the synchronicities and signs that appear in our lives, we begin to see that we are part of something far greater than ourselves. We become aware that every moment, no matter how ordinary it may seem, is infused with the potential for magic. I invite you to take a moment each day to pause, to breathe, and to tune into the subtle language of the universe. Whether it is through the quiet practice of meditation, the reflective act of writing down your dreams, or simply by observing the signs that manifest around you, know that you are engaging in a profound dialogue with the cosmos. Each thought and emotion you harbor is a note in this cosmic symphony, an essential part of the melody that, when harmonized, can transform your world. There will be days when the path seems uncertain, when the signals are faint, and the noise of everyday life drowns out the quiet murmurings of your inner voice. In those moments, remember that every challenge is an opportunity to grow, every setback a chance to realign and refine your inner frequency. Trust in the process and have faith that the universe is always conspiring in your favor, even when the outcome is not immediately apparent. The journey is long and winding, but every step you take brings you closer to the realization of your highest self. My own journey is a testament to the transformative power of this connection. I have experienced the profound joy of witnessing my inner world manifest in unexpected ways, a serendipitous encounter here, an unforeseen opportunity there, each one reinforcing the belief that our thoughts and feelings are indeed the architects of our destiny. This journey has taught me that the universe is not a distant, indifferent force, but a loving partner that responds to the sincerity of our hearts. So as you venture forth on your own path of self-discovery, I encourage you to embrace the practices that resonate with you. Allow yourself the freedom to dream, to write, to meditate, and to affirm your intentions with unwavering confidence. Let every moment be a celebration of the infinite potential that lies within you. In doing so, you will not only transform your own life but also contribute to the collective awakening of all those who, like you, seek to live in harmony with the grand cosmic dance. And as I close this chapter of my story, I leave you with one final thought. The universe is always listening. Every whisper of hope, every spark of joy, every heartfelt wish is heard and echoed back in ways that are both mysterious and magnificent. By aligning your inner world with the boundless energy of the cosmos, you step into your role as a co-creator of a reality that is as beautiful and limitless as the stars themselves. This is my story, a tale of awakening, of learning to speak the language of the universe, and of discovering that every moment is a precious invitation to live fully, love deeply, and dream without limits. I invite you to join me on this wondrous journey. Let us, together, explore the endless possibilities that await us in the cosmic mirror of our souls. And may our collective light guide us toward a future filled with hope, abundance, and infinite wonder. Welcome to Lucid Dream Portal, where the mysteries of the universe are not just observed but experienced, where every dream is a doorway, and where you are invited to create your own magnificent reality.